Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. We can see here a preview of this episode, and next we have the unboxing. Feel free to pause the video every time you need. In this shot we can see some of my sizes in other brands and also a closer look of this label. We don't find anything else in the box. Here we can see both of them. And we start with the left foot with a small explanation of this midsole. Be sure you pay enough attention because this is important. So basically that is the midsole that we can find inside, plus the thickness of the insole also. And I know that some of you will think, well, that is not too much, that is not even enough for basic cushioning. And you're right, it's not. You will try them and you will see with your feet. It's a lot outside, but we don't have it inside. And that is where it's important to be inside. Outside, yeah, it looks cool, but that's it, it looks cool. That is not giving you cushioning. Believe me, I was surprised as you are right now. That was something I didn't expect, to be honest. But I am the host of this channel and I have to say the truth the way I see it and the way it is actually. And now let's just move on with the sneakers. We can see here the knit material. I find it good enough. I like it actually, this knit. If you are not new on this channel, you know that I did try the other version of Pureboost, and those had the soles a bit thicker than these ones, but the midsoles had the same stack like we have in this one. The difference in between them is that these ones have JetBoost material on that midsole and those had Boost, the normal Boost. If you are wondering which one was the best for me, well, the other one is a bit more softer, the original one, and I do prefer that one. It's more pleasant to my feet. This one feels more dense. These insoles are soft, but I don't like them because you don't receive that response from them. Basically, they feel cheap. This footbed is covered with a layer that feels like felt, but under they have glue and that makes them hard footbeds. Here we can see the internal label. And because we want to see if the quality is consistent, here we have the right foot. With this particular pair, I didn't have any issues. No problems with the glue or the stitching or anything else. Like I said, I didn't have any issues with this pair, so I won't spend too much time on this second foot. In this shot we can see the external labels. You can pause the video every time you need. And here we can see both insoles. And also a shot with the footbed. Again, the internal label. Here we have the size of these laces in centimeters and inches. I did like it, these laces. They feel robust enough. Okay quality for the price that they have. Also the elasticity was the way I like it, not too much. And now a better view of this knit and the interior. The thickness of this tongue I think is the proper one, around 1 centimeter or so. And now is the time to check those insoles and soles to see exactly how is the size on them. And now let's check these sneakers to see how is the weight on them. And in comparison with the other model also. In this shot we can see how is the size on this model, because we can see my feet and you can open more windows with different models and check the same thing. I do this in every video that I made recently. As you can tell, they are true to size for my feet. This 41 1/3 in Adidas. I didn't have any issues, so the width is correct and the length also is correct for me. Usually the rule of thumb is good enough for me to see if the size is good or not. In this case, like most of the models from Adidas, my feet are 1 centimeter wider than the insole, and that's good enough because inside I still have plenty of space. And for the length, the insoles are almost 1 inch or 2 centimeters larger than my feet. That is more or less. And now we can see how I take these sneakers on my feet in real time, just to show you how easy it is to do that or not. The opening is wide enough, so I didn't have issues on this matter. But if it's something that I didn't like it, is that the tongue is not wide enough for my instep, for example. 2.5 centimeters or maybe 1 inch would have been great. And that means if you have wider feet, it will not cover your instep completely. And that of course can be a problem. And it won't look great, you know, this way. That tongue is on the edge, and that is not normal this way. Here I'm trying to decide how is the cushioning on them in comparison with the other Pureboost 2022, the one that it has boost in the midsole in comparison with these ones that had JetBoost on the midsole. And I can tell you that it's not big difference in between them, but I think this one is a bit more firm on the forefoot, and I don't like that, because even those the older version, it wasn't great. Well, this one is not even like those, you know. From my point of view, I don't see any reason to use this JetBoost over the older one. Here I'm noticing how much I miss having cushioning on forefoot. Maybe if it was thicker, I wouldn't even notice that this one is a bit more dense than the other one. But not having enough thickness, you can quickly see that difference, you know, being more rigid this one. Also, I believe that tongue is way too tall. I mean, look at it. How tall is that tongue? That is not normal, to be honest. So, pros and cons. Well, for pros, they have few colorways to choose if you want. Maybe the price, because right now they are on sale, and that will be it. On this particular pair, I did find some reflective materials, so those can be something that I like it on them. In few seconds you will see the video with the reflective materials and also some pictures. Now cons. Well, for cons, first of all, obviously I don't like the lack of cushioning. In a sneaker, that should be the priority for me, at least. For others, maybe not, but for me, this is the priority. Otherwise, I will wear only shoes and boots, you know. That's why I use sneakers, to have some cushioning. Other problem is that I don't like when a new model came out and is worse than the one before. I mean, they are thinner, those soles, less cushioning. Why they do that, you know? I always lose something when something new comes out. I don't see why. Why it has to be a downgrade instead of upgrade. The rating for the reflective materials, it will be somewhere 4 stars from 5, because I wish it was reflective 360, not only lateral and back, because it's not okay if they hit me with the car from front. It's the same. I don't care if it's from the back or is a frontal hit. So my final thoughts on them. Well, if you like them, of course, nobody will stop you to buy them. It's your choice. But there are better sneakers on the market if you are looking for cushioning. If you don't care about the cushioning and you don't have high arch like I do here, then you should go for them, you know. If you are wondering how they are in comparison with Ultraboost 1, 5, 19.5, 20, well, all those are better than these ones. 21, 22, still a bit better than these ones, even though I didn't like it at all. So if I have to compare the cushioning from these ones with something else, probably it will be Supernova. Those are much closer to these ones in cushioning, although I don't remember which one was a bit better from these two models. It might be Supernova, even though these ones have full boost, it's not enough. They are losing the advantage because they don't have enough thickness, is the point of the finger, the thickness of that boost in them. Why they are doing that, you know. I will end here this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe because it's so important for me. Have a nice day and take care of you.